Hi guys, and happy midweek, happy day before Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It is a pretty nice day here. The clouds come over, but when the sun is out, it's glorious. So I had a busy morning, and I thought we would talk today about some Christmas movies that we all know and love, and maybe some that we don't. So I pulled some out to talk about, and first thing first, I finally got Peter's birthday cards. All right, they came a week after he mailed them, but I got them, and they're so sweet. This is your birthday. Your birthday is a great time to go wild, but don't take my word for it. It's got all the party all little animals saying really cute things inside. I absolutely love it. But then he sent me a special card, which is really, really, really sweet. It says, "Some people make the world better just by being in it. Some people light up a room just by walking in the door. Some people brighten our lives year after year. You're one of those people, and today is one of those times when you need to be reminded again of what a blessing you are and how much you're loved. Happy birthday." That was such a beautiful, beautiful card. And it says, "The Lord bless you and keep you," Numbers 6:24. Beautiful. It says you are, you know. Love, Peter. So amazing. Thank you, Petey. Just beautiful. I'm amazed that it took that long for cards to go a couple towns away. Like, what is up with that? It kind of makes me nervous about the Christmas cards because I have them all written out already, and they're ready to mail. I'm mailing them either tomorrow morning on the way to my mom's or Friday, and I just worry about them when things like this happen, you know? So that's why I'm getting them out early, so I know that you guys will all get them. Alright, so, first things first. My plumber called me yesterday because yesterday was the day, and he said, "I bet you have the bathroom all cleaned out and ready to go." I said, "I do." He said, "I knew it." He said, "Because I woke up today with 103 fever. So not only was Craig sick, but now my plumber is sick. So people are getting sick left and right, and it's really scary. It's really freaking scary because I can't get sick. I don't want to get sick. But at least, you know, we made it to Thanksgiving, thank God. And so Joey wanted to come Friday. I said, I can't Friday. It's record store day. I said, let's just plan it for next week, you know. So, besides, Friday he'll still be sick. He sounded terrible. I was so sad for him. I really was. Poor guy just lost his chihuahua, his baby chihuahua. Her name was Princess. It was his child. He was devastated. But, he doesn't even want to put a tree up this year. He's like that depressed about it, you know. But, so we'll get together next week and work on the bathroom. This morning, I went to my mom's to make the pumpkin pie, to make Chef John's pumpkin pie, and he is from foodwishes.com, and he is one of my favorite chefs ever. He's so funny, and he's so fun, and we're making Chef John's pumpkin pie this year, and so we did that this morning.
It's Christmas time.
And while I was there, I was taking an inventory of our ingredients, make sure we didn't forget anything, and sure enough, we forgot something. A very important ingredient. Something that makes the what do you call it, the acorn squash stuffing, what it is. And that was a Honeycrisp apple. So the one thing that we forgot to get was one Honeycrisp apple. Are you kidding me? I was like, Mom, we forgot something. I said it, the apple, you know? So I ran to the store. After I left there, I ran to the store to get the apple. And my mother said, now don't leave it home tomorrow morning. Well, I said, at least we'll have it. If I leave it home, I can go back and get it. You know what I mean? So the other thing I have to remember is to cut rosemary out of my garden before I leave the house. You know I always walk right past the rosemary, get in the Jeep, and drive away. This time I have a note to myself. Rosemary, Thursday. So, hoping I don't forget. So, alright, let's talk about Christmas movies. This is the time of year to watch them. And tomorrow, after you guys slip into that tryptophan coma, you can watch some of these if you want. If you have a smart TV like I do, you can watch the YouTube ones right on the screen, which is great. And I did find two things on YouTube that are amazing, and I want to tell you about. One is called The Christmas Apron. It's here on YouTube. It's a half-hour long. Must have been a special. I don't remember it. I've never seen it. And it was absolutely adorable. The Christmas Apron. You find it right here on YouTube. And it was a very sweet story. I absolutely loved it. I cried. Of course I cried. Because I cry at everything. But it was really cute. And the other thing I saw on YouTube, this is something you really need to look up, because maybe I'll put a link below if I can remember. This was a little documentary, like a mini doc, on a Charlie Brown Christmas, taking the original print versus the revised edition that was ultimately released. And it was fascinating. It's actually called A Charlie Brown Christmas Original Print versus Revised Edition. You can find that, revised version. You can find that right here on YouTube, and it shows the original print side by side with the revised version, showing how they color corrected it, and there were some like weird cuts in the animation and mistakes that they fixed in the original, but something that none of us would ever have known before. So it's really, really cool. And since we know the cartoon by heart, and I've been watching it since the first time it was on TV. And so I know it, of course, by heart. But seeing the original print is very, very interesting. The colors were really weird. And I can see why they would color correct it. And just so many things about it that you probably don't know, like I didn't. And I absolutely loved it. Alright, so those are the two YouTube things out there. The first things I want to show you are these little things. These are all really fun. This is stuff that I love to watch, either on YouTube or on DVD if I have them. This one is TV's Lost Christmas Shows. And this one has Ozzie and Harriet's Christmas episodes on it. Really fun. Ricky Nelson when he was really young. And then a later Christmas show where he's more like the way that we knew, Ricky Nelson. And really, really cute. And there's a couple other Lost Christmas shows on here too. Very, very cute. And then a friend of mine years ago gave me these Video Stu Nods and Atomic Oddball Christmas Volumes 1 and 2. These are so great. They have very obscure old Christmas on them. And cartoons, shows, shorts that would have been played in between the feature films in the movie theater, and these include vintage commercials, vintage toy commercials, gift commercials, Christmas commercials. So these are super fun, and I was watching these yesterday. Yesterday was cold, it was rainy, it was dreary, it was a miserable day. It was the kind of day you don't even want to leave the house, and I didn't. All I did was this kind of stuff. I have two others like that. This one is Family Favorites Christmas TV, featuring Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, a really old version, Santa in Animal Land, Scrooge, Howdy Doody, Christmas Visitor, and A Present for Santa. Really old stuff. I believe The Present for Santa might be those marionettes that we were talking about. That Cindy loves also. The Christmas Dream. I saw the Christmas Dream. It's really amazing. It's this 50s toy that the girl casts aside when she gets some beautiful new doll for Christmas, and the little stuffed guy comes alive at night and tries to make her realize how fun he is, you know, and not to cast him off. It's really cute. It's really sad. This also has vintage toy commercials, so this is really fun. If you can find this, Holiday Classics, Family Favorites, Christmas TV. It's really great. Some of these might even be on YouTube. I don't know. Then I have this one, a 13-film Christmas collector set. This has oddball, old footed Christmas shorts, not the usual ones at all. And it's not even the Rudolph we know, it's the early one again. We have Santa Claus, we have toys, Will Be Toys, Santa's Surprise, Snow Foolin', Jack Frost, the shanty where Santa Claus lives. That's a really, really old, awesome, I'm trying to remember. It was, slipped my mind, but I know it's a famous cartoon maker. You'll know what I mean. Somewhere in Dreamland, Hector's Hectic Life, Star of Bethlehem, and the Candle Maker. They're all amazing. Love this. If you can find this, it's another one that's great. Bonus 10 holiday songs. So these are really cool things to play on the TV screen during Christmas when people walk in and out of the room, open presents, whatever. They can look at the screen and see something really cool. Get hooked on it for sure. All right. Another thing I watched yesterday was The Snowman. One of my favorites, because you know I love snowmen. But this is such a sweet, sweet... This is based on the book, on the beautiful book, The Snowman. Raymond Briggs' The Snowman. Just a great, great story. I'm sure you all know it. This one you can see free on YouTube also. I adore that. Then I watched one of my favorites ever, Bad Santa. I love this film. Billy Bob Thornton is amazing. I just absolutely love this. It's so funny. What I love most about this movie is the little boy, the little kid. If you've never seen the film, this kid makes the film because he is the reason Billy Bob gets a conscience. It's such a great movie. I love this. I have Bad Santa and I have Badder Santa. But you don't need Badder Santa because this one's bad enough. You know what I mean? But I love the film so much. And I love that little kid. Just a great film. Really funny. Really funny. and sad at the end, because really, really sweet. A lot of sweet, touching moments in that, like where the kid carves the wooden pickle for Billy Bob, and then he says, "I thought you would want to get me a present." He goes, "I'm not Santa." He goes, "Yeah, but I thought you'd want to get me a present because we're friends." And it's just so sad because the kid has no friends, nothing. You know, he's bullied, basically. Such a great film. And then I watched Sleigh Bells. I love this film. You know, as a horror movie fan, this is one of my favorites. This one and Krampus. And I'm pretty sure I have Krampus. I just couldn't find it to show you. But anyway, this one is bizarre. This one is, these three chicks here are YouTubers who do adventure videos, okay? And what they do is go to an abandoned Santa land kind of thing. And the owner of Santa Land happens to be the real Santa, you know? But he's like disguised like as a biker. It's just so fun, you know? Some of these horror movies are real dumb, stupid. This one starts out a little silly, but it gets right into the plot, and that's what I like about it. Santa's in it, Santa's magic is in it, and Krampus is in it. So it's super, super fun. I love this. Called Sleigh Bells. Alright. So Sleigh Bells, Bad Santa, and The Snowman are the ones I watched yesterday, along with The Christmas Apron and the Charlie Brown documentary. Because it was that kind of day. I made hot chocolate, and I just watched some of these that I was in the mood for. Now, the nicer Christmas movies I like to watch the closer we get to the season. And what I have here is It Happened on Fifth Ave. This is one of my favorites. I love this. I believe this one starts out with a homeless guy who breaks into the house in the winter because he knows it's is this the one? I think so. Yeah. No one is inside that boarded up mansion on Manhattan's Route 5th Ave, right? Wrong. Its secret inhabitants include a philosophizing hobo and some GI families who are unable to find apartments during the post-World War II housing crunch. They set up residence in the posh brownstone while the owner, the second richest man in the world, winters in Virginia. Except the owner isn't in Virginia. He's there in disguise and discovering a lot about how the average Joe and Jane think and live. This is a great film. I absolutely love this film. I think it's a little lesser known lately, you know, more in this era. I think this one is a little lesser known. I know some of you know it. I know Cindy knows this. I love this film. Of course, we have Will Ferrell with James Caan in Elf. I love this film. I know him. I love that film. Of course, we have Tim Burton's A Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my all-time favorites. I'm a huge Tim Burton fan. Everything he's ever done has blown me away. And this is the special edition with lots of special features, and it actually has two of Burton's early films, Vincent and Frankenweenie. Frankenweenie, one of my very favorites. And the original Frankenweenie was very different from the theater release. It was very low budget, and it was really cool. Just beautiful stuff. Okay, this one is a little obscure too, and I love this too, because this has Jimmy Durante in it. And this is called A Christmas Wish. And this is a really fun fantasy. It's about a very poor family and a kind of a magic squirrel who lives in their attic. So it's really, really fun. Really a sweet film. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It says this version is in color for the first time. Really beautiful. And the original black and white version is on here too. Really beautiful. Love the film. Alright, one of my favorite things to watch because it's just hilarious. Always push the limits. And I kind of like that. They always stepped over the edge. Christmas time in South Park. I have the South Park Christmas album. I absolutely love it. And this is just too fun. There's no better time of year than Christmas, especially in South Park. So stop fighting with the family, gather around the fire, and watch these classic South Park episodes. Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh is on here. Christmas Time in Hell is on here. And see the boys bring Christmas to Iraq and learn how hard it is to be a Jew during this holiday season. Christmas is a time when we all can put aside our differences and agree on what the holidays are really about. Presents. That's what it says. So fun. Of course, we have here the Polar Express. I love the Polar Express. I think it's a beautiful film. This is that live animation, that computer animation where they use live characters and animate them. And that kind of animation creeps me out. I've said it before because the faces, they look so real and so not. It's like, yeah, you're really confused when you watch these. But anyway, it's a beautiful film and I love it. One of my favorites, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. A cult film classic for over 40 years. Of course, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Just a great one. A perennial favorite of cult film aficionados everywhere. This timeless tale sees children on Earth glued to their television sets, anxiously awaiting a Christmas visit from Santa Claus. Annoyed that the same phenomena also appears to be taking place on Mars, Martian leader Kymar dispatches Dropo and Voldar to kidnap Santa and bring him back to Mars. Upon landing on Earth, the Martians abduct Santa along with two children, Betty and Billy, and proceed to return with them to Mars. Very, very, very fun. Watch for an appearance by a very young Pia Zadora as Germar, daughter of the Martian leader Kymar. Just a great thing. Really fun. Then, of course, we have the 50th Anniversary Deluxe Edition of A Charlie Brown Christmas. I really, really recommend you watch that that thing I saw with that documentary with the original print versus what they originally released. And what I love about the 50th anniversary is it has the making of A Charlie Brown Christmas, which is so cool because it shows Vince Guaraldi doing the soundtrack and all that stuff, which one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. Really amazing. Obviously, a must every year. One of my favorites of all time. We're getting towards my favorites now. I left my favorites till the end. White Christmas. This is one of my favorites of all time. It's just a beautiful film. I have to see it every single year. Can't miss it. One of the only documentaries on collecting Christmas records is right here. And if you collect Christmas records, or if you collect records at all, You need to have this documentary. It's called Jingle Bell Rocks, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree at 33 1/3 RPM. This is the best documentary about collecting Christmas music I have ever seen. Probably the only. I'm going to say the only. But this guy is a heavy-duty Christmas collector. Me and Raymond have been heavy-duty Christmas collectors for years. So this resonated with us 100%. If you don't have this as a record collector, you must have this. Another thing I have to watch every single year. Just remarkable. Special features on this one is deleted scenes, including Joseph Simmons, Brian Coleman, Phil Klein, Christmas questions for Elvez, Bill Adler and Sarah Moulton on being married to a collector. It's just so great, so great. In Jingle Bell Rocks, director Michael Keeson delves into the minds and collections of some of the world's legendary Christmas music fanatics, including hip-hop legend Joseph Rev Run Simmons, the Flaming Lips frontman Wayne Coyne, filmmaker John Waters, Jasmine Bob Duro, and many others. Just the best. The best. I'm telling you. If you don't have it, like, go on Amazon, get it now. You gotta have it. And my number one favorite. Every year, an absolute must. Sometimes more than once. I just love it so much. Know it by heart. Know every line, every scene, everything. But it's the best. This is the Alistair Sim version of A Christmas Carol. This is the Ultimate Collector's Edition, of course. I had the regular one also, but I had to have the Ultimate. And this has a lot of special features on it, and it's just an amazing thing. Nothing needs to be said about this. It's just the ultimate, you know, for Christmas. Just a beautiful Dickens story, and this version is my absolute favorite. And once again, I can't watch it colorized. It has to be black and white like the original. It's just the way that I like them better, you know? So anyway, that is my stack of Christmas. Like I said, I definitely have Krampus. I think I have Black Christmas. A couple of horror Christmas films that I love. There's one called Jack Frost also that's excellent, and it's not the Jack Frost with Michael Keaton. It's a horror version of Jack Frost, which is really good. But the actual Krampus, you know, Krampus's hand holding the bell on the front, a great Christmas movie. A really well done Christmas movie, just like Sleigh Bells. I mean, even though that was a low budget film, I thought it was so entertaining and so fun. The idea behind it was great, and the fact that we had an abandoned holiday theme park. You know, like when I was a kid, we used to go to a place called Land of Make Believe, and like the big thing about that place, like the big highlight of that place was Santa. You could go see Santa, and you went into a fireplace. You went into a fireplace and walked up the stairs, and Santa was way up there. And I remember my dad taking us there in the summer. It was like 1,000 degrees. And Santa was up there with his wig and his velvet suit, and he was dripping. It was like dripping hot up there, and this poor guy had to sit there all day and listen to what kids wanted for Christmas. I'm surprised the guy didn't pass out. But anyway, that place is long gone. But the fact that they're visiting I think it was called Santa Land, abandoned theme park kind of thing, and They're YouTubers. They go there with their van, and they're going to do a film there, and then they run into Krampus and the real Santa Claus, which is really exciting. But the end is like a typical horror movie ending, and just a really fun film. Sleigh Bells. If you do like horror, Sleigh Bells and Krampus are two that I truly recommend. I remember one year I was going to my brother's for Christmas Eve, and I got hooked on Jack Frost, the horror movie, and I couldn't turn it off. I had to see it till the end before I left to go to my brother's. You know, just how you get sucked into a movie, and I thought that one was great too. Black Christmas was a weird one. Black Christmas was, I wouldn't recommend it as highly as I recommend these other three. But anyway, that's only for the horror movie aficionados. A lot of people don't like that for the holidays. But anyway, I think that's about it. I got my last necessary ingredient this morning. Had to. Oh my God, I can't believe we forgot one thing. And if I got there tomorrow, I don't know if all of the food stores are open tomorrow. They're probably open for a couple hours. They usually are, but if they weren't, it would have ruined my stuffing. So I'm glad that I did that little inventory, you know, while I was there, and discovered that I forgot that. So anyway, there's always something you forget, right? That's the way that I see it. So we did our pumpkin pie. Very happy that's done, because that's got to, you know, chill overnight, and it'll be perfect tomorrow. And early in the morning, I'll go there. I'll make the antipasto wreath that I always make. I make that early so that we can start cooking. Put it in the fridge, and then get going on the cooking. So, very exciting. One of our favorite holidays ever. And second favorite holiday to Christmas, for sure. So, I think that's it for me, guys. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Wednesday. I keep wanting to say Friday, but I know it's Wednesday. So comment, subscribe, spread the holiday cheer and all that love. Tink merch below, Radio Tink podcast link below, Patreon link below. Please consider becoming a Patreon member. I really could use the support, and you will get stuff on there that you won't get on here. So if you're interested in that, consider becoming a patron if you can. And I think that's about it for today. Friday we're going to Record Store Day, and that's about it. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Wednesday, and you guys all have a remarkable Thanksgiving. Have the best Thanksgiving ever. I love you all so very, very much.